Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to No Creek Farms. So we're obviously cracking straight into carrying on with the harvest. I'm super keen to get the rest of these soybeans finished off. So the John Deere's already up and running over in the other field. And we're going to carry on the gleaner here and get this one finished off. So it shouldn't take too long now. Got been around this field a couple of times. It's not the biggest field, but we've got a wagon over here and one in the other field too for the deer, so we might have to jump out of the combine briefly to get over and empty the other combine out. But for now, I'm just going to carry on with this. Other tasks, once we've done here, we're going to get into some tillage, and we've also got to get some lime spread. The fields down here that we're working on at the moment need some lime on them. So I think we might go and invest in a new lime spreader as well, something with a bigger capacity than the little 3-point link spreader we've got at the moment. So we might go for a trailed version of something with hopefully a wider spray arc or spreading arc and a bigger tank capacity. So we'll go and suss those out as well. But for now, I'm just going to jump straight into a time lapse while we're here harvesting and get all this finished off as efficiently as possible. Alright, there we go. Another field finished. So we just have the one more to do now, or one more to get finished where the deer is. Might just get this unloaded into here. I might shoot down and grab the pickup with the fuel trailer on it. We can go and get 9500 filled up. Like it must need a little bit more diesel. And then I might decide whether we take the gleaner over there or not. We'll just assess how far the John Deere has got through the field as to whether having a second combine over there is going to be a help or a hindrance. So there we go, that's all emptied out. We'll run this over down to where the pickup's parked and then go and get the air filled up. Alright, so we're just getting the diesel topped up here. As you can see, there's only a couple more runs left here and then the small piece up on the other side of that pond. So by the time we got the gleaner over here, it's just probably not worth the effort. Our time would be better spent getting the grain wagons back together and getting this combine unloaded. They're at 90% full too, so they're going to need to be emptied out pretty soon. So we'll get the worker back underway, and we'll go and get the grain wagons down here, so we can get this field finished. Not quite sure whether we're going to have enough room in this wagon to get the whole hopper in. It doesn't look like it at this stage. There we are, we're full. So we'll just let them drive out of the way. We'll get turned around and go and pick the other one up from the other field. And hopefully then we're going to have enough space to get this last little bit of this field done. If worst comes to the worst, we'll be able to run the combine back up to the yard with some in the hopper. Not ideal, but might just be what we need to do. Anyhow, we'll go and grab that other wagon, get back over here and get this field finished. Alright, there we go. This wagon's full now as well. So I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get all of that into the combine or not. It'll go pretty close. We'll go very close, I think, to getting that all in the combine without having a wagon. But we'll go and hook up to the other one, get these both back up to the yard and unloaded. And probably by the time we've done that, we'll have a good handle on whether we do need to come back down or not. Alright, back up here at the yard. Another 1,360 bushels to put in the bins. Just do the regular routine, getting these all unloaded. Go. Everything's all going. Perfect. Alright, we'll get these unloaded and then we'll see how the work is going and whether we need to take a bin back down to the field or not. The last few beans just flung out of the bin there, and we are done. Now I've talked to the worker. They did the first third of that last section and we're about 35% full, so my maths tells me we are going to need to take a wagon down there. So just gonna go and take one of these off. I'll just run around the shed here, got one of these off where we're storing them. And then we'll get down to the field and see just how close to being finished the work is going to be. Alright, so I thought I'd let them run for as long as they could, just to see how close it was going to be to doing it all in one hopper. But about to pass in just this little bit. So certainly we're never going to get it all done, and I made the right call coming down here with the wagons. Just the one pass left to do after this one, and then we will be all finished soybeans for a while. Be able to get into some slightly different tasks on the farm. we go, all finished harvesting. It's another milestone ticked off, all emptied out. So we'll just get these last few, almost 50% of a wagon there. Last few beans back up into the bins, get all the equipment back up to the farm. And before we do anything else, we will be getting the pressure washer out and giving everything a good clean. The state of these things. Combine, tractor, everything is looking filthy. So anyhow, let's get going. We'll get a bit of a convoy set up and get these guys back up to the yard. Alright, here we are, back up at the yard. I'm getting these last few beans in here. So we'll interesting to see how many we have still to sell once it's all unloaded. Right, there we go. 3,228 bushels. So potentially another $180,000 depending on what price we get those sold at. That's a nice little area that harvest. Right, let's get all this dirt off here. Looking like they've done a fair bit of work. I think they'll need a little bit of maintenance too before we put them away. We'll get them cleaned off and get them into the workshop trigger and see what work they need done. In fact, I might even use the truck. I've got the mobile one off the back of the pickup. Might make it easier. Alright, there we go. Everything looking just like new. Better. Right. Turned off. But a little bit low on water. Diesel's good, but I have to put some more water in that at some stage. But let's... Where are we going to put these? I have to put the John Deere in here. Possibly put the Gleaner back in the other shed. We'll get them put away, get them serviced, and have a little bit more of a tidy up around the yard. We need to put the augers away. The nurse trailer there that needs to go away, so... We'll just have a little bit of a general tidy up as well. We're here in the yard still. And we have a tidy farm again. Nice clean equipment put away. The Gleaner in the shed there, we've put all the augers away. We've left the Granite one out there just in case we want to get some crops sold. Just left that there for now. But everything else is put away, all nice and shiny. So, on to the next task. Now, I want to get started on some tillage, and I also am going to get a new lime spreader to get some lime on the fields. So 14, 17 and 18 all need lime, 15, 16, 13 don't. We can start some tillage work on there, but I think I might actually get some slurry spread first. I think, jumping back into the animals. Yeah, we've got about 112,000 litres of slurry, so a decent amount there that we may as well put on the fields for free. So I think I'm going to jump into the 8330 here and go and get the slurry spreader all hooked up and see how far through those fields we can get before we run out. Alright, there we go. And we now have a full tank, 10,000 gallons in there. We'll run this down to these fields and we'll see how far we can get with spreading. Once we've done that, we can get the workers started on some tillage on there, and we will go and start getting the lime equipment sorted out. Alright, we'll just get this unfolded and get straight into spreading. There we go, nice and easy to see on this harvested texture where we've been. I do enjoy how fast this spreader runs at. Healthy 17 miles per hour. So I will just jump into a bit of a time lapse while we get this done and see if we can get all of this field done. That'd be fantastic if we can. There we go, that's those fields finished, which is good. We can get the worker down here to start on some tillage. We've still got half a tank here and probably enough in the pit for another tank. I might, I'm not going to do it all, I'm just going to empty this tank out now, but I might go into the little field up here on the left, get that done, and then know that we can come down and do some more later. But I do want to get on to doing some lime and getting that tillage underway, so just get this tank emptied out, and then we'll head back up to the yard and get those next tasks going. There, we even had enough to get all of that field done, and still have a few hundred litres left, a few hundred gallons, sorry, left in the tank. But we'll wrap that up for now, and we will go and get the worker going on some tillage, and then we'll look at what we're going to do for our lime. Feels like forever since we had the 8960 out, but it's good to get the girl back out in the field. Got the worker here set up. They're just getting started here on some up down rows. They'll go around the headland last. They should be going to skip a row, so they'll do every second row and then come back and infill between. But there you can see the new cultivation texture that we added with the row crop textures. Just gives it a little bit more of a looks a bit more like there's some stubble being mixed in with the tillage, so that's looks pretty good. But anyhow, they are all set up. We'll just make sure they get turned around and going back where they're meant to go here. Looks pretty good. So it shouldn't take them too long to get done. We'll leave them to it, and we will go back up to the yard and get on down to the shop. Alright, so we're down here at the shop. Brought the 4840 for a drive this time. And if we just jump into the shop menu, have a look at our fertilizer technology. Got a few options here. This Wilmar spreader, very cheap. Good capacity, but its spreading width is less than what we have at the moment. So just for comparison, 18 meters, but only 1500 liters. We didn't go with the John Deere sprayer, so we can't get the John Deere spreader. There's this option here, the new leader or John Deere options here, 26 meters, 8,000 liters, but $135,000, $140,000. There was this one here, which I like the look of, but it doesn't spread lime, unfortunately. So a little bit more research and we found this good looking spreader here. So $70,000, 8,000 litres, 30 metre wide spreading width. Probably be a little bit less for lime than it's probably a fertiliser width. But you know, half the price and half the capacity, but very similar in a lot of other regards. So I think we just have a look in here. It's going to cost us a little bit extra, only $1,000 to go to the 8,000 litre with the wooden boards around the top. There we go, $71,000. We could save some money by going second hand, but I don't think we need to at the moment. We can treat ourselves to a new machine. So let's buy it. Alright, and there it is. Looks pretty good. Should do the trick. Let's get it hooked up to the tractor. And while we're down here, we might as well fill it up with lime. Around at the lime fill point around the back. I'm not sure how much actually we've got in the shed back at the farm. Alright, and there we go. All filled up with lime. So we'll get back, head down to the fields down the back that need lime spread on them and get started with that. I figured I may as well start off on one of the smaller fields to test this out, seeing we haven't used it before. Get here and turn it on. Here we go. Spreading lime as we expect it would. At 12 miles per hour. Not a bad spread width on it. So we'll race through doing this field and then we'll shoot down and do the little field at the back. and depending how much line we've got left, we might make a start in the big field as well.
I hoped we were gonna make it. He promised we would find the time.
There we go, one down. Only about 10% of our lime used, so probably about the same in the next field. Still leave a decent amount to a big dent in this field. All going well so far though. Pretty impressed with the way this is performing. And the 4840 is certainly not struggling at all the weight around, which is good. Good to find another use for it.
Bigger than they'd say, now looking at you keep me going back to those days, capable of keeping track of how many nights could pass, cheap hotels and driving fast, and the radio playing our soundtrack, broken love, tequila and bluegrass, evenings just like movie scenes, along the roads in Tennessee, dreaming of what we could be, from the back of your dad's red truck.
There's the next one finished. So we're flying through this. Nice not having to go and refill quite as often as we did with the smaller spreader. But we might as well make a start in here. Before I do, I'm just going to go check on the worker. I've noticed I've been having a few little issues popping up with some slipping, so we'll just go make sure they're all okay. Then we'll get started on this and see how far we can get. Alright, everything's sorted out with the worker, and I've managed to find the tree in the middle of the field. So that's right, they'll be able to carry on going now, and we can carry on going with this.
Where love could grow, but in a different way. Bigger than they'd say, now looking at you keep me going back to those days, capable of keeping track of how many nights could pass, cheap hotels and driving fast, and the radio playing our soundtrack, broken love, tequila and bluegrass, evenings just like movie scenes, along the roads in Tennessee, dreaming of what we could be, from the back of your dad's red truck. Those days we were invincible, splitting up would be unthinkable, though at times it made me cynical, I wouldn't change a single thing, 'cause he gave me you keep me going back to those days, incapable of keeping track of how many nights could pass, cheap motels and driving fast, and the radio playing our soundtrack, broken love, tequila and bluegrass, evenings just like movie scenes, along the roads in Tennessee, dreaming of what we could be, from the back of your dad's red, from the back of your dad's red truck.
Alright, well things are going pretty well here. We're making good progress on getting the lime spread. Down to just 10% left in the spreader though, so not a huge amount. Won't be enough to finish the field, but we've certainly made a big dent in it. I'm also not sure how much we've got back up at the yard, whether we'll have enough to fill it up and get it finished. We'll have to go up and check that out soon. But I'm just going to carry on and get the spreader emptied out, and then figure out what to do next. But I think this would be a good point as we get turned around to wrap things up for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed that. It was great to be able to get all the harvest finished. Soybeans all back up into the bins, and to make a start on some tillage. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.